I'm Jamie. Just under a year ago, my story starts. I had a operation which did not go well. There were going to be risks with it anyway, but I suffered heart failure, followed by respiratory failure, followed by a stroke, all in the same operation. And in some ways, one could say it did kill me. I had a stroke. I didn't wake up. I was comatose for 10 days. And when I did wake up, I had no sense of who I was. Didn't know who I was, couldn't recognise my parents. I was only able to remember two things, literally two things. The first was the trauma of actually being in that theatre, because I was awake at the time, because my body wasn't been strong enough to survive general anaesthetic. And the other thing was Jesus. I remember Jesus, and I remember that he loved me and that I was saved by him. And that really was it. It was a complete reset. A few days after I got home, Philip and Kate came to visit me, and I had no idea who they were. But they showed me a video of myself, which I'd made a few months before, which was part of one of Philip's sermons, and it was the most surreal thing, because I had no idea who I was, but here was me telling me about my faith, about what Jesus meant to me and what Metro meant to me. I was so completely lost, but through that video, and then going on straight from there, I knew that I had my family at Metro. I knew that Metro was my home. It was Jesus saved my life and reset me and took out all the other distractions. But it was Metro that gave me a family and gave me a place to belong and a place in the world, rather than having to fill in for the previous version of me who I did not know anymore. When I remembered Jesus, I remembered that I loved him, and I remembered that he loved me, and that he had saved me. There's no medical reason why I should have survived that operation, full stop. But although I knew that I loved him and that he had saved me, I wasn't sure about that actual personal relationship. And so this past year has just been developing that now and sort of growing within my faith, rediscovering that very personal element of that connection with my faith. So the reason I want to get baptised now is because I've sort of had this year to grow and sort of discover who I am again, and to be welcomed into the Metro family. And more than anything else, over this past year, I've just been overwhelmed by the realisation of what Jesus has done for me, how he brought me through that op, how he reset me and gave me a purpose, kept me going in that sense. And I realised that he has a purpose for me, in that sense, otherwise why would I be here? When I had that operation, it was Jesus that saved me. I lost everything else, any concept of who I was or what this world is about. But I knew Jesus. I knew that he loved me. I knew that he had saved me. And everything else was removed. He became my one focus, and he still is.